Hi everyone, it's Amanda. I was asked to show, I guess, a tutorial on how I made these clear dashboards using the report covers that I have. So I want to make some for my Mini. So I figured I could just record me doing that and you would know how to do it. It's super simple. So basically all you really need is a template. Basically, these are the Happy Planner mini dashboards. As you can see, they are really thick. And of course, they're not clear, they're colored. The only one that's kind of clear is this one. So that's pretty much all you need. You can also do this without these, and I'll show you how. But I use these as the template. You also need, these are poly binding covers. So basically, if you do a lot of work in an office where they do report binding, you can easily steal one or two of these from your office. I did that first to try to just to get a couple to see if it would work. But I bought these online. These are super thin. I would say they're about cardstock thick. So they will fit easily into your Happy Planner punch to punch them. But I'll show you when you get there. But yeah, they're super thick. They're fairly clear. I mean, they're not glass or like that perfect, but this is a DIY. I want to get it driving under the influence and thing, but no, but this is a DIY kind of thing. It's not going to be perfect, but it's cheap. I got this is a pack of 100 for like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'm sure you can like go to Office Max or Office Depot or whatever and find smaller packs of these for less. But I also like to use these for making stencils because it's not quite as thin as stencil material, but it's a lot more sturdy. So that's why I have a big pack. So basically what I do, this is 11 by 17, so I'm going to just put it on some white paper so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So basically what I do is I take that. I'll take the dashboard and I'll just line it up with the corner, right? Like so. Super simple. Kind of make it straight and all that stuff. So, and then I'll take a wet erase marker. You could probably use a Sharpie or whatever, but I find this works. A dry erase or a wet erase works best. You could probably also use, if you can find it, transparency film, which I think is would be slightly thinner, but I haven't seen that in forever and a day. I don't even think they make that anymore. Do they make transparency machines anymore? Whatever. Projectors? So basically you just trace around the line like that, right? And then I usually just let the ink dry for a little bit. Now you can either, this is really thin, so you can either cut it with scissors, which you can kind of get a little wiggly, or you can use your paper cutter. Because it's so thin, this is one of the wheel ones, so it cuts pretty easily through there. So I just line it up, trim the long edge. Because I'm using a mini, because I'm making mini ones, I'll have some leftover that I can also make another one out of. If you're making the regular size ones, it's going to use the whole page because it's 8.5 by 11 and those pages are like 7 by 9 or something like that. I haven't figured out how to do this part without using scissors. You could probably also use a X-Acto, but scissors works just fine. And then you just trim along the line. This is where, again, it gets a little wiggly wobbly. It's not going to be perfect. You just cut along your line. Like so. Then you just, if there's any residue, because it's wet erase, you can just get a wet napkin or something and just wipe it off. And then you can either, if you have one of those crocodile punches, you can either, you know, do them manually, each one, or because this is so thin, it fits into your Happy Planner punch very easily. You're gonna want to be sure, especially on the ones where it's on the left side, how you punch this, because you don't want to punch in this tab. You want to punch it below it there. So basically what I do is I just line it up like so. So that this edge is just at the front of one of these. So it's going to be the, if this is a big, so it's going to be the fourth one. It's going to be right in front of the fourth one's punch. That's where I line it up. Then you just punch it down, and there you go. That's it. Simple as that. And you can see, let me put it on top of this one. You see, exact same thing. It's a little off, a little higher, but if you make them all the same way, it won't matter, right? So that's that one. That's using the dashboard as a template. I'm going to show you the other way that you can do it. I'm just going to use the leftover of this one. Is by taking a divider from your mini or your classic or your big. Big, you're not going to be able to do it with this sheet. You would have to add a tab somehow on yours. Also, you can either leave the edges pointy or you can round them out. I have I just use them pointy, but whatever. But I also have a corner nipper that works on those. Okay, so the other method. This is if you don't already have dashboards, right? So I'm going to take this and use this. So I'm going to use this as a guide. Basically, you do the same thing. But I'm not going to trace all the way around because I don't want to, muck it all up. So then you can get out your straight edge and whatnot. I'm just going to use my paper trimmer on this side. So that trims it down to the width, right? So we're gonna have to do something with the top, right? So you've measured that out. What you can do, especially, you can either use the minis tab, right? And use that as a guide to do a template, or you can use a tab from a larger planner like a classic and use that as a template as well. If you want a bigger tab, again, you just want to line it up. You want to do it so it lines up with your cut line and then trace it as well. So that's how you do it that way. And for labels, all I did was I just used my silhouette and wrote out some words that I wanted the labels to be and cut them out on my silhouette and stuck them on there. And that's it. Let's see, where's that page? Put this in the mini. because it hangs out. It hangs out a little low. So I'm gonna have to work on the measurement. But that's pretty much it. That's it. Then you have your clear dashboard. All right, well, if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.